Hi everyone, how are you doing? Mike, the handy homeowner here. Today, we're going to talk about our Roomba i7, and we've had this for about a year. So this robot vacuum has been doing a great job for us. About a year and a half ago, we moved into this house, and before that, we had a townhouse that we had used a Roomba Discovery. This is going back, 15 years ago. And that thing worked great for us over there, but it started acting up where the battery was dying, and we replaced that a couple times, and it just was getting worn out. So when we bought this property, and with the main level that you can see behind me is the living room, it's got some larger rooms, and on the main level we thought, well, instead of cleaning it ourselves every week by hand, maybe we'll get another robot vacuum and let that do most of the work for us. So this vacuum comes with a few extra things. It comes with an extra bag. It came with an extra filter, and it actually came with an extra one of these sweeper brush arms that goes underneath. So you can replace those things as they wear out. The bags last about a couple of months, and this vacuum empties itself every time it's running. It'll go and empty itself as it needs to. So you don't have to actually pick it up and empty it every time. Every month or two, you might go and empty the bag out of the unit, and I'll show you how that all works. So we've got it set up kind of in the corner here, and it just sits there on the base. In here is where the bags are. So before this thing gets started on its schedule, let me go over some of the details about it and show you a little bit about how it works. All right, so here's the unit, and there's a few things you can do that you're supposed to do, and I'll be honest, for the most part of a year we didn't really do much of anything with this thing, and it's been working great. It just keeps the house just that much cleaner. You really just don't have to vacuum much. Every month or so I'll pull out a vacuum and do a little deep cleaning, but you can see here are the wheels that drive it. It's got a couple of rollers underneath, and then it has the dust bin. So one of the things they say to do is take this front wheel out every once in a while, and then you can pop that out and then clean it off. Just a little soapy water, get some of the gunk off of the roller. Then it just pops back in there and pushes back in. Piece of cake. All right, another thing here, you want to clean off these rollers, and all you got to do is take this little lever, this green thing here, you push that in and lift it up, and then these rollers, let's see if I can do this in the camera, will pull right out, and you'll have debris, hair, maybe some dust packed in on the end, and you want to clean that out. Just check for any extra debris, and usually it's hair, maybe some pet hair as well, and pull that out. And this roller, same thing, it just pulls right out. It's got a little square on the end of both, and this one's like a hexagon, so it just pops into place real easily. Simple though, and that closes right back up. And let's see, another thing to show you would be this rear bin. So this, you push that in, and this will open up and pops right out. And there's a filter on here, and that pops right back in there. You can also open up, oops, I'm pushing the button.
Reinstall the bin, then press clean.
See, it's smarter than I am. I touched it and it's telling me what to do. So you open up the bin, you can clean that out and dump out any debris if there was some extra debris stuck in there. But again, I'll be honest, for better part of the whole year that this thing has been running 2 to 3 times a week, mostly twice a week, this thing's been running. We have not touched this thing. So it has not been needing any of our assistance except for the occasional getting stuck under the edge of the cabinets in the kitchen. I'll give you a couple of the highlights. This thing is almost an all-terrain little device. We've got quite a big step up into the kitchen. and it makes its way over that threshold. It'll kind of spin the tires occasionally, or I say spin the tires, but these little wheels, and you'll hear the little rubber wheels, but it gets itself over there pretty good. With the first use, it'll start mapping out the layout of the rooms that it's going to be cleaning. That kind of is a live update change to the maps every time it cleans. So if you added a piece of furniture or took away some furniture, it would kind of relearn the layout. It'll come out of the base unit, and instead of just going random all over the place like it used to on the Roomba Discovery back in the day, where it would just bump into something and then turn and start to go in another direction, totally random. This thing heads down a path, will turn, come back down the path, turn, go back down the path next to itself, line after line. It's really pretty cool to watch. And if something is in the way, it might bump it, or eventually it learns things are there, it'll slow itself down so it doesn't just slam into stuff like the old Roomba Discovery used to. So, after a year of time, I'd say the $500 or so we spent on this thing was well worth it. And yeah, I'd recommend getting one. All right, that right there means we're about to see Dusty in action. So you can see it's already learned that this ottoman is here, and it already starts just to go around it right from the start. All right, so check this out. The app is pretty easy. You just download it, you'll connect it to the unit. There's instructions for that, it's not hard. You can see, let's see, it should show me a map of the main floor. Here it is. So after it runs a couple times, it kind of draws this map, and then you can divide off the different rooms, and I can tell it to vacuum a specific room if I wanted to. Let's see. So it tells you on the main screen, it just tells you some of the basics of the vacuum, the status. We named ours Dusty. Fully charged, ready to vacuum. I can empty the bin right now. Tell it to vacuum everywhere. I could go in and tell it to just do a specific room. And then it tells me the history of the jobs that it's done. We have it set up and programmed to run every Tuesday and Friday at 2 p.m. And it runs for anywhere from 3 to 4 hours with a couple of short breaks to recharge or empty the bin. It really doesn't run for 4 hours straight. It'll run for about an hour, then go charge for an hour, then go run for another hour, something like that. Maybe go back and empty the bin. And usually by 5, 6 o'clock, it's done, puts itself away, and empties itself, and it's good to go for the next time. So if you don't have one yet, or if you do, leave a comment, ask a question. We'll see if we can get myself or other people that are watching this to give you some tips and pointers as well. But that's about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.